Sawtry, who started a petition calling for cat ownership in the village to be criminalised, says it was an act of satire and not a war against felines. University student George Heslop says he started it to highlight the ease in which so-called fake news can penetrate the mainstream media. He says the age of Facebook and social media has seen more of these types of stories making the headlines.
Like the funny part to me is that village mentality is so like ridiculously ingrained that this sort of thing has not immediately been seen as satire. Like the fact that it's been taken seriously is like that says a lot, to be honest.
And more from George next hour here on Drive Time. Now, to mark the 75th anniversary commemorations for the Dam Buster raid, hundreds of cinemas nationwide are screaming love and hatred. George Heslop posted a petition on the government website calling for it to be illegal to own the animals within the village. He did it after a post complaining about cat mess in gardens appeared on social media.
Cat hater at all, and the paddling pools and the dam busters and the bouncing and all the rest of it at the Royal Albert Hall. But before we do any of that, Steve Jackson has your spot before 6 o'clock. Right now, though, if you were listening to yesterday's show, you will have heard us discussing the mysterious Sawtry cat hater. A petition calling for the criminalisation of cat ownership in Sawtry has drawn criticism from cat lovers across the county. Well, all isn't quite as it seems. We've tracked down the man behind the petition, a chap called George Heslop. He says his cat-hating reputation is entirely undeserved. The petition was an act of satire, not an act of war against cats.
I'm in a local Facebook group. It's called the Sawtry Scene. And it's one of these sort of groups where it's all like a lot of villagers sort of ranting about things that they've got nothing better to do. It's like they'll walk past a group of lads at the park and then they'll write a paragraph about it in the Facebook group or whatever. Or recently there was a big scandal because someone wrote a massive post about having cat poo in the garden, and everyone was it was like a war. So I just thought I wonder if I can get something done here. So I sent this petition off, and then someone's found it somehow, and then it's been taken really seriously. People think it's a cat hater or something, not genuine petition, but I'm just sitting at home, just watching it all unfold.
The power of the internet is quite a terrifying thing. First things first, we ought to get this clear. Are you more of a cat or a dog person? Because you tend to be one or the other. If you now come down on the side of cats, if you're a big cat fan, that is going to mess with my mind.
No, weirdly, I'm about 50-50. I've got a dog, but my family's also got cats as well, and my girlfriend's got cats, and it's I like both animals equally. I've got nothing against cats at all.
Do you know what? That messes with my mind even more. Surely it's like the Rolling Stones or the Beatles. We were talking about this on the show yesterday. You have to like one or the other, but actually you're completely equal. Dogs and cats, you'll take either.
Yeah, I like all animals.
It does underline, though, just how things can build momentum on the internet. So your initial intention really was just to poke a little bit of fun. What, in effect, you've done is create a bit of social commentary.
That's exactly what I was talking about. The funny part to me is that village mentality is so ridiculously ingrained that this sort of thing has not immediately been seen as satire. The fact that it's been taken seriously is that says a lot, to be honest.
Probably says a bit about our radio station as well.
I mean, you're a local radio station and you cover local area, and that's exactly what the local area does. So.
I believe you suggested that they should be eradicated entirely, which was quite a bold.
From the village.
Not from the world.
I didn't mean that in a sinister sense, no.
But even to get cats eradicated entirely from Sawtry, that's a bold ambition, isn't it? And the fact that somebody somewhere thought you might genuinely be able to achieve it, or imagine that you could achieve it, is it's quite a funny one.
Yeah, when the Peterborough Telegraph posted their story about it, they put it on Facebook, and there was people in the comments saying, "Oh, this person should be eradicated. I hope they get their eyes scratched out and stuff." And I was just sitting at home in my pants, just reading it. So
this could be the start of a glorious career in satire. Have you ever thought perhaps of a career as a writer for Harvard News View?
I'm at the moment doing English Lit, so potentially.
There you go. We'll try and pass on your details to Ian Hislop, see if we can get you on private eye.
That'd be amazing, thank you.
And it just shows, doesn't it, 2018, the power of Facebook, the power of social media. And I guess to end on a more serious point, it does show why regulation and getting the right levels of regulation for social media is so important.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite literally fake news. Like, everyone thinks it's a genuine, like, someone sat at home, like, hating cats, and, like, worrying about someone in the village is, like, out to get cats or whatever, and it's just, like, just someone 20-year-old sat at home.
So to sum up, that is George Heslop. He wrote a comedy petition and it got taken seriously. It's as simple as that, really. Never before have I done an interview where someone has used the phrase, "I was sat at home in my pants," so that was a good moment as well. This is Mike and the Mechanics.